of Lauren Heidi Marie Ferrar versus Robert Lee Phillips, file number 2020-47595DM. I have Lowry Rains appearing on behalf of Mr. Phillips. Both of them are appearing via Zoom, and I have Lauren Ferrar appearing in person today. Mr. Rains, we are here on a show cause for Mr. Phillips. He has a monthly charge of $483 per month. As of today's date, he has an arrearage of $3,217.50. And the last payment we received was $223.68 on October 3rd of 2023. My friend of the court, employees have no income withholding information, nor has there been contact to make payment arrangements. So, Mr. Rains, how would you like to proceed on behalf of your client today?
Your Honor, I would ask that the court enter a not guilty plea to consent and set this matter for a further hearing. If perhaps this could be set for a pretrial. I have not spoken about this particular matter with Mr. Phillips, but I will address this with him. We do have another matter pending before you as it relates to parenting time of the one minor child hero. But Your Honor, if we would just set this matter for a pretrial, or enter a not guilty, set it for a pretrial, or schedule it for a trial, whatever your pleasure is, Your Honor. I'll address this with him and see if we can have some support get paid.
So, Mr. Rains, I'm more than willing to set it over for a pretrial for you to have that discussion with your client for a week or two away or 2 weeks away. Miss Adams, do I have friend of the court hearing scheduled on April 22nd?
Yes, you do, Judge.
All right, so I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on this matter and set it over to April 22nd at 8 a.m. Mr. Rains obviously stressed to your client the importance of making these child support payments before his arrearage gets too large. Is your client employed?
I'm going to have to defer to my client on that one at this time. Mr. Phillips, can you advise as to whether you're employed?
I am. I'm self-employed.
All right. Well, Mr. Rains, the typical conversation about that. Absolutely. So we will see you back on April 12th. Ma'am, I'm going to hand down to you the Zoom instructions. So that way, if you want to, you can download the Zoom app on your phone.
Well, yeah, I actually do have it. That I just had some proofs concerning expenses and, showing employment records for him to show that, he did willfully have the ability to pay child support.
So, okay. So at this point, he's pled not guilty, and Mr. Rains, who is his attorney, is going to have the very important discussion with him about making child support payments, because my theory is if you're self-employed and you can't afford to pay child support, go get a job.
Yeah.
So, and that would be available to share at the hearing. So you can do one of two things. You can provide a copy for us and we will send a copy to Mr. Rains for the next hearing, or you can provide a copy of that to Mr. Rains. The next hearing is a pre-trial.
Okay.
So my hope
down to Michelle then at front of the court.
Is that your copy?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So Mr. Rains, she has some documentation. Do you want her to take that down to the front of the court and then get copies made to distribute?
We can do that. That's fine.
Or is that things that you don't mind Mr. Rains and I having a copy of?
Sure. Actually, there's only one thing in here that I don't have a copy of, so everything else.
So, Miss Adams, are you in your office? Oh, I don't know where she is. Shut down because it's Monday.
Hi.
Hey,
computer issues.
I figured. Do you think you could come and get 2 copies of some paperwork from Miss Ferrar for me?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, so have a seat right there. She'll come and she'll make 2 copies. So anything you want Mr. Rains and I to have a copy of, I'll put in one file. Miss Adams will make copies and we'll send a copy to Mr. Rains. All right. So we'll see you back on April 12th at, or I'm sorry, April 22nd at 8 a.m. All right, so Mr. Is that all you wanted us to?
No, I'll give you guys the stack. I just need.
So anything that you want us to have, we will provide to Mr. Raines.
Okay.
So Miss Adams will just make 2 full copies of that and give you your copies back. All right? Okay, good. All right. So Mr. Phillips, you're all set. We'll see you back on that day. All right, Mr. Raines, who else did you say you
Thank
were
you,
on?
Judge. Your Honor, I'm here for Jacqueline Clegg. I believe that may be a show cause against the other party, Barry Sabulski.
Okay, is she with you?
She is not, and this came up on my schedule. I'm not sure if she's planning on being present, frankly.
Okay,
I think this is simply a non-payment show cause.
All right, I have a couple unnamed devices. I don't think I have Jacqueline Sabulski in the courtroom. So let's see. All right, not connected to audio. All right, I have someone who's called in on an iPhone. I'm sending you a request to unmute your device. And I'll send you a request to start video. Thank you, Ms. Adams. And then we'll just put one in Mr. Raines' mailbox. All right, we'll see you back on that day. Thank you. All right, oh, all right, so Jody Colress.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me do this real quick. In the matter of Terry Barnhart versus Jody Colress, file number 2016-43454 DC. Ms. Colress, that's been adjourned to June 24th at 8 a.m. So there must be, I don't know why it's been adjourned, but I'm assuming it's because there's been some compliance, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so I have another young lady in a vehicle. What is your name?
Shannon Waltz.
Let me find you. Was it formerly Russell?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Raines, I do not have your client. So I'm going to bring in Mr. Sabulski. And what's your name now, Shannon Waltz?
It's Waltz. Yep. W-A-L-T-Z. It's my maiden name.
Got it. Okay. I'll be with you in just a minute. All right. I'm going to bring in Mr. Sabulski. Mr. Sabulski, could you start your video and unmute your device, please? All right, this is in the matter of Jacqueline Sabulski versus Barry Sabulski, file number 2019-46484DM. I have Lowry Raines appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, and Mr. Sabulski is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Sabulski, we are here today on a show cause for failure to pay child support. So you're ordered to pay $775 a week in child support. And as of today's date, you have an arrearage of $12,601.44, which is well above the level at which the Attorney General's office can charge you with a 4-year felony. So Mr. Sabulski, contempt of court in and of itself carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail for failure to pay child support. So Mr. Sabulski, I know Ms. Iddings represented you before. Have you retained her for this?
We spoke. There was some confusion about another matter that we have before you later on this month. I think that she thought that's what this was. We had spoke about her being there for this, but like I said, there was some confusion over this. So I'm not sure she's going to be here. I don't think she's going to be here today.
So her staff did call and say she hadn't been retained on this matter yet.
Oh, okay.
And if you were going to retain her, that we could adjourn this for a short period of time.
What I would hate to rush her around. But yeah, I mean, I think it sounds like perhaps I may need her here for this to kind of explain things.
Okay, all right, so, I will enter a plea of not guilty and I will, set this over. I think her office said that she was, let me see here, so I can set this over since Mr. Ranger are gonna be here anyway to April 22nd. So, Mr. Sabulski, I will enter a plea of not guilty and I will set this over to April 22nd at 8 AM. For you to retain Miss Iddings and have her present. And, all right, we'll see you back on that time at date, Mr. Sabulski. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that all you
Thank you,
had,
Your
Mr. Rains?
I'm sorry?
Is that all you had?
Yes, just those two matters. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. All right, so, this is, I'm gonna go through the cases that have been adjourned and dismissed. All right, I have somebody who's called in on a telephone, not Zoom. What is your name, please?
Tim Rooster.
All right, in the matter of Timothy Ritzler versus Trina Ritzler, file number 2008-33148DM. That matter's been adjourned to May 6th at 8 AM. So Mr. Ritzler, you can come back on May 6th at 8 AM. You must be making payments, okay?
On what date?
May 6th, 5/6 at 8 AM.
On Zoom.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you. In the matter
All right, thank you.
of, thank you, you're all set.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, in the matter of Raymond Drew versus Sherry Drew, file number 2018-45391DM. Miss Drew has logged on. That matter's been adjourned to June 24 at 8 AM. So I'm assuming payments are being made. So Miss Drew, you can disconnect. In the matter of Jessica Flores versus Cody Bays, file number 2018-45161DP. That matter's been adjourned to May 13 at 8 AM. In the matter of Megan Rodriguez versus Daniel Rodriguez, file number 2012-37844DM, that matter has been dismissed. And in the matter of Dorinda Williams versus Timothy Williams, file number 1990, wasn't even a lawyer then, -12245DM, that matter has been adjourned to May 6th at 8 AM. So let me get to you. All right, in the matter of Shannon Russell versus Ronald Russell, do I have Ronald Russell here? File number 2014-40283DM. There. This is the date and time scheduled for a show cause. Mr. Russell is not in my waiting room, doesn't appear to be in my courtroom. Mr. Russell is ordered to pay $520 a month in child support, and as of today has an arrearage in the amount of $2,177.53. We have not received a payment since December of 2023. We have no income withholding information, nor has he made payment arrangements. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. And I will set bond in the amount of $2,178. All right, Ms. Waltz, thank you.
Thank you.
have someone named Jim Armour who's logged on. Can you unmute your device and turn on your video?
Hello,
There. Hi, sir. What is your name?
my name is James Armour. I believe I'm on the docket. I wasn't sure if at 8:30 or 2:30.
Well, let's find out. Let me look at 2:30. Let me look at 2:30. You're on the docket today for 250, 250.
All right, ma'am. I'll see you then. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. All right. What is your name?
Andres.
And your name? In the matter of Mackenzie Anderson versus Nicholas Wagatha, file number 2013-39610DS. This is the date and time set for show cause. Mr. Wagatha is ordered to pay $199 a month, has an arrearage in the amount of $4,552.34. Last payment we had was February 26th of 24. Mr. Wagatha has failed to appear. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. I'll set bond in the amount of $1,500 cash. In the matter of Erica Prock versus Todd Prock, file number 2023-50931DM. This is the date and time set for show cause. Mr. Prock is ordered to pay $751 a month in child support. He has an arrearage in the amount of $6,527.20. He has failed to report any employer. We are not receiving income withholding for him. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant for failure to appear. And I'm going to set bond in the amount of $1,500. He has a couple other cases, it says, Ms. Stevenson, so. Okay.
Yes, he does.
All right. Then I have Nicole Reyes versus Christopher Reyes. Good morning, Mr. Reyes. It's Reyes, right?
Yeah. Oh,
How do you pronounce it?
Reyes. You're right. You're correct.
Okay. I always like to pronounce names right. All right, so Mr. Reyes, we are here on a show cause. States here you're ordered to pay $256 a month. And you have an arrearage of $22,633. We did receive a $350 payment in February. You do have 2 prior complaints, so your maximum penalty for failure to pay could be up to 90 days in jail. You pay consecutively October through February, and we haven't. So can you make your March, April payment for me?
That was actually what I was gonna let you know is today, but I gotta get a hold of Miss Stevens again. I tried to call and she called me back, and but anyways, yes, it'd be like about 2 more weeks maybe, and I should be able to make the March and then April, and then I'll be back on track for May. So I'm sorry.
You know, you're pretty good about paying. And you did pretty good for October through February. If you just keep trying to stay in touch with Miss Stevenson. So what I'm going to do is you're going to make March and April in the next couple weeks. So I'm going to set this over to May 13.
I'll be all
okay.
I'm gonna be all up to date.
Yeah, and hopefully you're all up to date. All right.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. So May 13 at 8 a.m. All right.
Okay. Have a good
All
day.
right, thank you too. Thank you. Sir, come on up real quick. Yeah, come up to the podium. Okay. What is your name?
Andres.
Full name?
Andres Bautista Cota.
8:30 Judge. Oh, there you are. Okay, all right. So, sir, I'm gonna let you have a seat there at that table. And then, give me just a minute, all right? All right, in the matter of Kendra 6 versus Kent Schroeder, file number 2018-45507 DC. This is a date time set for show cause. You're not on that one, Mr. Simpson, right?
Correct, Your Honor. I'm on Roberts.
Mr. 6 or Kent Schroeder was ordered to appear. He's failed to do so. He's ordered to pay $290 a month in child support. Today's date, we have an arrearage of $5,519.57. The last payment we received was on February 12th of 24. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. And I'm going to set bond in the amount of $400. So that's kind of what you were asking for on that one. All right. And I believe that concludes our friendly court show cause docket.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, was there a Lauren Phillips versus a Robert Phillips?
Who do you represent?
Lauren.
Okay. She didn't tell me that. And so we were here. He was represented by Mr. Raines, I think. Yeah, and Mr. Raines had him enter a plea of not guilty, and we set it over to April 22nd at 8 a.m.
And what's the current outstanding amount?
And he retained Mr. Raines, so I didn't know if you knew that.
I knew he did, but I know he just was curious. Didn't know if it was on this or just the rest of it.
It is $3,217. It's not the worst.
No.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Simpson. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. So it's 8:30. And what are you, Samantha? Yeah. All right. Why don't you come up here? Okay. Since you're both here. All right. So this is, all right. So that